Do 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 do. Ow! I twisted my back earlier today. That was kind of painful. This is hideously overpriced, expensive shirt number 2. Even half off, it was $60. I've never paid that much for a shirt before. I bought 2 of them. Well, this one and that like bright blue camo one that everybody keeps. I've never had of 6,000 videos. Never had so many people comment on a shirt before in my life. Everybody, nice shirt, man. Seriously, so. By the way, that vitamin C is working great. I've been taking mega doses of vitamin C now for 2.5 weeks. I feel awesome. It's like, how awesome do you feel? I feel great. I feel like I'd hammer nails with my hot dog. Oh, wait a minute. I'll remove that out of this video. Reminder to self. Edit that part out of this video later. I have the unique distinction, since, of course, I wrote a free Fujifilm book. And, people constantly contact me every day via phone, mostly by email. Please don't call me unless you let me know ahead of time, because that's not a very nice thing to do. About the GFX cameras, obviously, what have I got? I got 9 Fujifilm cameras currently. This is the X-T4, which is, of course, incredible. I grew up with medium format. Rolleiflexes, Yashica Mats 124Gs, twin lens reflex cameras. I've owned Hasselblads, Bronicas. In photography school, I had a pair of 6.7 Pentaxes, obnoxiously huge 6.7 film cameras. I also shot large format, so extremely familiar with medium format. The important consideration, too, for anybody that owns a GFX camera, and I currently have all 3. I thought about getting rid of the GFX 50S, only for the fact that I, have the GFX 100 now, and my favorite camera of all time is this one, the GFX 50R. I've said that before in countless other videos. But, the prices are so, I didn't want to, sell it off so much cheaper. And I'm not made out of money, but the price isn't going to go anywhere anytime soon. The point of this video is anybody's considering a GFX, and currently I think there is also right now, and this happens every few months, a sale going on in the GFX 50R. I don't sell anything, I don't work for Fujifilm. As far as future-proof, this is not my opinion, nor is this conjecture or feeling. It's undeniable, 100% fact. If you don't believe me, just look at obsolete medium format film cameras or even digital cameras on eBay. Medium format is future-proof. Yeah? Now these are technological gadgets. Every digital camera, whether it be medium format or not, is basically comprised of 3 primary things. A big old expensive sensor, in the case of medium format, a shutter Mac, and a main board, which is just like the motherboard on a computer. However, medium format has never been designed for, however the GFX 100 is an exception, the world's first exception. Never been designed for, hardcore sports action wildlife. For landscape, product photography, corporate gigs, business, architecture, yada yada yada. They do exactly what they're designed to do. And medium format Fujifilm GFX cameras are the fastest focusing anyway, but that's not really important on 99% of photography that people do with medium format. Nobody has a GFX camera. Not a single person has ever reached out to me, nor have I ever heard somebody making the statement so incredibly stupid, well, this camera's not fast enough. You don't buy this camera for speed, you buy this camera for speed. Let's get to the main point here. As far as being future-proof, it doesn't matter whether it's Fujifilm, Nikon, or Sony, or Canon. Any crop sensor camera, any full-frame camera, you know as well as I do. You may not know, but this is an undeniable fact. They're kind of, you could keep using them, obviously, like the XH1, or even the X-T4. You keep using it for years and years. But, we have a much significant better model, like about 8 months or a year down the road. This sucker, was going to be paled in comparison sometime next year by the XH2, which is a 43 megapixel sensor camera. Obviously, several advancements on several fronts. But just, this is a $2,000 camera, essentially so. Yes, multiply that times 2. Yeah? So over a 2-year period of time, you'd upgrade to get another camera like the XH2, for example. Let's just assume it's around about $2,000, even though we don't know. We're looking at $4,000. Yes? This would be an upgrade path that you would actually have if you were with Canon or also too Nikon. And it'd be a lot, well, in 2 years for a Sony, it would be like 3 or 4 upgrades. The point being is that, you know, within that 2+ or 2.5 year span of time, on the upgrade path, the people that are avid, you know, not saying photography gear collectors, but people that, you know, want an upgrade path for their lenses, something that's significantly faster, more megapixels, better technology, and so on and so forth. You're looking at the same thing. People don't upgrade. There's no call for it. It's like, what the hell can't you crucify with 51 megapixels in medium format? Now, I have the 102 megapixel GFX. Exactly twice as many megapixels. If you can't crucify it with this, you can't do it with the GFX 100 either. The point being is that for the first time ever in the photography world, for digital specifically, Fujifilm has made an affordable medium format camera. There are countless people that bought this camera off from recommendation. Every single one of them has been happy. Not a single one of them reached out to me, yeah, I'm unhappy, I'm going to get rid of that camera. It's not what you said it is. It's exactly what I said it was. I didn't say it was something that it was not. I didn't overinflate its capabilities, especially when it came to hardcore sports action wildlife. That's not the case. It's not what it's designed for. The reason why this is my favorite camera of all time is for many countless reasons, in addition to the fact that I've been waiting 10+ years for a compact medium format digital camera that's frigging affordable. I do have insurance on this sucker, so for drops, loss, spills, thefts, and accidents, I have 100% coverage for replacement. Look into that, by the way. It's called Inland Marine Insurance Policy, also too called a personal articles policy. I mean, I love my GFX 100. By the way, recently, I actually, in addition to the book that I wrote on Fujifilm tips and tricks, and I do countless, you know, consultations on lenses to recommend, and, you know, how to set up your X Pro 3 or your X100V or your XT3 or your XT4. By the way, I recently sold off my XT3 about 2 weeks ago just because I have so many damn cameras, and of course now that I have the XT4 I don't need to keep so many cameras, so now I'm down to 8 Fujifilm cameras. I'm actually proud of the fact that even though I do tons of tech support on the I'm reaching a point here, sorry about that, on the XT3, XT4, I was the first person to start out, you know, heavily praising Fujifilm's medium format line. I knew it was not going to be just one damn camera, which of course it wasn't. You know, you don't develop a new line of lenses for one camera. A line of lenses is insanely expensive to develop, and you could never ever justify that. No company would be that stupid to develop it for one camera, so now we have 3. There's obviously going to be a 4th and a 5th, and God knows how many more. And Fujifilm now dominates everybody in medium format, but I'm proud of the fact that I've done so much tech support, which I do for free, and I don't work for Fujifilm. Also, too, recently, several famous photographers. One guy I've been helping out a lot. He's a famous photographer. I'm not going to give his name. He prints really, really, really large prints. He does a lot of gallery displays of his artwork, and he sells enormous prints of his work. He's been featured on news and CNN, and he's been featured all over the place. And he's been contacting me a lot recently. He already has a GFX 50R. But believe it or not, he's the only photographer that I've ever met in my life that prints so huge. He does print very fine prints that are enormously big, like the size of your wall. And it's all about viewing distance. I mean, in a gallery setting, you get right up on the print, and these prints are huge. And so this is the reason why he bought a GFX 100. I've been helping him out a lot on setting the camera up. He's been very appreciative. I'm actually like helping people. I'm glad I helped him a lot with that camera. But I mean, if you're looking at getting a medium format camera, and right now, of course, the best value is the GFX, and also, too, it's the best medium format. I mean, the only way you're going to get a better medium format camera is if you got a phase 1 and it would cost you as much as this house cost me. Yeah, lenses and body and everything together, around about $50,000+. Those cameras are slower than constipated turtles. They're house cat cameras. They're made for basically 99.9% studio indoor use only. They're really designed for that. They're not a camera that you strap around your neck and you hit the road with, or you go out and They're not designed for that at all. They only have one autofocus. But they're really, really... Now, the image output is undeniable, but the cameras are incredibly limiting in what they can do, and you don't have a problem or that sort of issue at all with any GFX camera. But these are future-proof cameras. I'm getting to the damn point, as I've basically already reiterated now that I made about 10 minutes ago in this video. Sorry for my lip flapping, eh? But, you know, you're going to buy one of these in the time period, whether it be a Nikon or a Sony or a Canon or even a Fujifilm X-T4, X-T3, whatever it is, that you're going to purchase 2+ cameras. So these are not that, I mean, have you ever had something in life, you know, that was so fulfilling? And I mean this literally. When it comes to medium format, everybody that shoots medium format, they get spoiled. And those are the exact words that they use when they use medium format. I mean, I'm spoiled. I can't go back to my full-frame camera or my crop sensor anymore. They do get spoiled. Ever own something in your life that's like, that's it, you know, I don't care what they improve upon, you know, this fulfills everything. Well, who the hell is going to, you know, piss and moan or complain about medium format output? The answer is nobody. Well, there might be some weirdo out there that might do it, but... The point being is that medium format is future-proof. That's not my feeling or opinion or belief. It's actually a fact. And at the $3,000, I've seen more than a few use GFX 50Rs for the $2,500, $3,200 range, depending on condition. It's incredibly inexpensive. That's the price of a Nikon D850. A used Nikon D850. Have you ever seen a full-blown 600 megabyte TIFF file from a GFX 50S or 50R? Yeah. If you have, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So that really is a primary point. No one else on YouTube is making that point about the medium format. Most of the YouTube channels is not a slant against them. They haven't been in photography that damn long. So a couple have. Not any of the popular ones have not. But I grew up with medium format. You know, we all, even in photography school and back, we loved our 35mm film cameras. But we grooved on medium format because, man, there was so much wiggle room there, so much enlargement capability. The prints look so much better from medium format. The same is exactly true of digital medium format. Well, what about high megapixel full frame? Not the same at all. There is actually medium format look. It's because you're optically closer with the same field of view as a wider lens. For example, the 110mm is an 85mm field of view. So you're optically closer, yet you have the same field of view as an 85, for example. So yes, there is a medium format look. I don't know of a single person that doesn't like the medium format look. I don't know of a single person that doesn't like the fact that it requires much less enlargement to make an identical size print with medium format. Nobody other than a crazy person doesn't like that. So, you know, just consider that when you consider buying a GFX camera. It's like, well, hey, I'm going to hold on to this camera a lot longer. It's future-proof. Yeah. And, you know, what the hell else, you know, that's the limit. And that is the limit. Unless you want to spend $60,000 on a house cat camera that's only designed for product and studio work. The only people that should be buying those cameras are high-end portrait photographers or product photographers that like have accounts set up to do the product photography for huge name companies like Lamborghini, Revlon, you know, name XYZ famous product that you're being paid a lot of money so that the camera actually pays for itself. So you either buy one of those if you're super rich, you have more money than brains, or the camera pays for itself. Other than that, there's not a single person that can justify the purchase of one of those things that costs as much as a house and is slower than a constipated turtle. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was succinct and clear, even if it was excessively verbose. Apologies. Yeah. Thank you. There we go. Bye.